What's good, YouTube? It's your boy NewEraMar back again with another video for y'all. And today we're about to get into a more serious topic. You know what I'm saying? It's a very important topic. I know a lot of people deal with this on a daily basis, me included. I deal with this often. Pretty much we're going to get into ways to deal with insecurities. I think everybody's a little insecure about something, but I think for some people it's a little harder than others. You know what I mean? Like some people it's a little more serious and it really holds them back in life to a certain extent. So I just wanted to just give my take on it, because I know how that could feel. Some days waking up just not feeling the best, or just, you know, it leads to more. It leads to depression. It could lead to anxiety. It could lead to other things that I've dealt with before. So I just wanted to give a little insight on it and maybe give you some tips to help you get through it if that's what you're dealing with. I came up with a small list of things that can potentially help you with it. Hopefully it helps. Let's get into them. So the first step I got on this list is the most important, and I think this is the one that if you don't follow none of the other steps, this one alone can help. This is the main way I'm going to tell you that it could get you through your insecurities. Step number one is to just grow closer to God and pray. I feel like people always say just pray, just pray, just pray. Like prayer helps everything. I feel like for a lot of people, first of all, you gotta have a relationship with God. I think you need to at least like try to learn more about God and get more in touch with your spiritual side, and just read the word a little bit. A lot of people just pray but don't do nothing else in life to have a relationship with God. Like, it's easy to just wake up and just say, oh Lord, just bless me with $1 million, make me feel good today, hopefully I'm positive today, make sure I get to work safe. That stuff is easy, but like a lot of people don't really live their lives in a positive way outside of it. You know what I mean? Or like they don't try to pick up the Bible and read a little bit. They don't try to better themselves and grow closer to Christ, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really do much else. They just pray and hope it gets answered. I feel like you need to try to really learn about God more, like gain a deeper relationship with him. Then you'll start learning like certain things that you might not have knew before. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll help you in life a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It'll better you as a person. It'll make you feel more complete. It'll make you feel more fulfilled and more happy when you just get closer to God and have a real relationship with him. It's like sometimes you can almost hear him talking back. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying I have the best relationship with God. I slip sometimes. I don't read the Bible every day, I sin just like everybody else does, but I do know that like just me being hungry to learn more about him, and just talking to my mom and stuff, and like just trying to get a deeper understanding and learn more and get closer to him in other ways. It helps a lot, and you get a deeper understanding of why things happen the way they are. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll realize that anxiety and depression and all the insecurities and confusion and anger and all that other stuff, that's not from God. God don't have that plan for your life. That's not what he wants you to be going through. That stuff is from the devil. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to fight the devil off and win the battle over him, you need God. There's no other way you're going to win here. You just going to continue to go down a narrow path. You know what I'm saying? So you need God to beat the devil. So me just learning more about God and just praying on it a lot, you just start learning like all of this stuff is just evil. Like you're not even supposed to be feeling all negative and down all the time. That's not God. He ain't got that for your life. So my God is trying to get me to stop feeling like that. Like I shouldn't be feeling like that. He's trying to help you get to a better point in life where you don't feel that way. So that's why you should try to get closer to him and learn more about him and his word, and I think it'll help a lot. So that's my first step, is to pray, learn, get closer to God. Step number 2 is to think and speak more positive. Now, I know how that's easier said than done. I understand that. I would know. You know what I'm saying? Like there's days I wake up, I'm feeling real negative. I might look in the mirror and I don't feel like I look the best that day, or I don't feel like I don't feel like where I want to be in life, or I'm accomplishing my goals fast enough and all of that. When you're thinking like that, you're already thinking negative. You know what I'm saying? My mom always taught me that the definition of insanity is driving around the same block over and over again, expecting to get to a new destination. If I keep driving around the same block, I'm ending up at the same spot. Why do I think I'm gonna go somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? So maybe one thing I know is that when you think negative all the time, you're always gonna get negative results. If you always wake up and say, man, I'm ugly, oh my gosh, nobody wants me, oh, I'm never gonna get that job I want, oh, you're not. You got it. Perfect. Your words become actions, your thoughts become actions. You know, there's power in the tongue, the stuff you speak. When you speak negativity, you get that back. That's what you put into the universe. It comes right back to you. There you go. The stuff you think negative, that turns into actions over time. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about it long enough, it comes true. You start giving up on things. So I think that you got to try something new. What would it hurt you to try something new? Why don't you, when you're thinking the negative thoughts, replace them with something positive. Force it. Even if you don't even believe it deep down, just force it anyway. Say it anyway. If you're thinking, man, I don't look good today, I look good today. Say it anyway. Just say it. Just put it out there in the universe. I look good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get that job. I'm going to get that raise, that promotion I wanted. I'm going to get to the next level in life. I'm going to get that apartment that I applied for. You know what I'm saying? Just speak positive things. Don't be so negative all the time and just thinking like it's not going to happen. Nothing goes my way. It will go your way today. Just try it. Trust me. Try it. It goes a long way. I'll give you a prime example. There was a day, it was like maybe 2 years ago, and I remember I was on my lunch break. I left work on my lunch break to go get some food. Probably went to McDonald's or something real quick. Well, in my case, I get the double quarter pounder with cheese, no onions, no pickles, medium fries. Give me 2 apple pies to go with it. I'm being greedy, you feel me? But so I get back to work. I pull up in the parking lot. I go to cut the car off, and my key gets stuck in the ignition. Now, I never had that happen before. I never knew that was even possible. But I'm sitting there like, yo, what's going on with this? So I'm trying to get the key out the ignition, and I'm tugging and tugging. Next thing you know, I'm just like, it's not coming out. So I start snapping out. I was punching the steering wheel. I know if somebody was walking past that work with me in the parking lot, they probably was like, yo, this dude is going crazy. Don't he work on the 1 floor? Yo, it was I had to look ridiculous, but I was snapping. I was throwing stuff. I was already in a bad mood that day. I was just being negative. I was already being down on myself. And it was just all bad. I said, nothing's going my way. I was just speaking the most negative stuff, probably cussing up a storm. And then out of nowhere, I just stopped for a second. I said, okay, snapping out isn't helping right now. I just stopped and I thought for a minute. I said, okay. I start praying. I said, God, let me calm down. I said, God, just give me a way out of this. Let me try something different now. Instead of snapping out, this ain't gonna work. So I start speaking positive. I was like, okay, something's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. I got this. I know I got this. I prayed a little bit, and then I start watching YouTube videos for a second. I was like, let me see if somebody else been through this before. Maybe somebody can tell you what to do. So I was watching videos, and then I was trying the stuff they said. They was talking about stupid stuff. Cut the car back on, cut it back off. I said, man, I did that. That ain't work. They said, oh, maybe you had the car not in park when you cut it off. I'm like, nah, that's not what it was. Needless to say, all of the videos wasn't working. So I wanted to get mad again, but then I was like, okay, you know what? I just prayed again, and I said, okay, this time it's gonna work. Somehow it's gonna work. I know I'm gonna get this key out. I'm gonna get back into work, and the rest of the day is gonna go smooth. Said it just like that. Little do you know, when I went to pull the key one more time, I was just about to give up. I was just gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna call AAA or something, not knowing what they was gonna do. But right when I was about to give up, I pulled the key one more time. Boom. Popped right out. I was shocked. I had to stop for a second. I was like, what? Did that really just happen? Like, what did I do? Did I do something different the first time? Was it the way I poured it? I did nothing. I didn't even give it no effort. And it popped right out. The moral of the story is, if you just calm down, stop thinking so negatively, like I said in the last step, talk to God a little bit. Just pray for a second. Like, calm down, calm your spirits. Just think positive. Like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. There's a way out of this. It's not the end of the world. Relax. Things can work out. You know what I'm saying? Be more positive, man. That's all I'm saying. All right, so step number 3 on the list is make changes. Sometimes you just gotta try different things. Like I just said in the last step. And the definition of insanity is going around the same block multiple times, expecting to land at a new destination. Sometimes you gotta try something different. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you feeling like you insecure about your body, you like, man, I'm fat, or you feel like you too skinny and you wish you could put a little muscle on, or so, why don't you go to the gym? Try going to the gym. That can help. If you want to slim out a little bit, you got the little gut that you trying to get rid of, go to the gym. Do some sit-ups, you know what I'm saying? Do some little exercises. You don't want to go to the gym, you don't feel comfortable, do it at home. There's YouTube videos you could watch where you could do it from the crib. You could just be in the house. If you want to put some weight on, I know I felt like I was way too skinny like last year. I was like, man, I need to put some weight on. I start going to the gym. I got some little dumbbells I keep in the room. You know, when you wake up, do some push-ups, sit-ups. Just try, you know what I'm saying? That'll help you feel good if your body is the issue. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, because I understand, like, sometimes you could work out all you want and you might not be getting the results you want. Sometimes you got to make changes. Try a different routine. That routine ain't for you. Try doing this, try eating better with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you try watching what you eat and working out. Boom, there you go. Maybe you need to watch what you drink. It's different ways for different people. Even I know females, you know, they feel insecure some days and they don't feel like they look cute. And then they put on makeup. Then they go get wigs or get their weave done or whatever. That stuff is cool too, but like, I don't want what I said about making changes to your body and stuff. I don't want that to go. I don't want you to go overboard and then start getting plastic surgery. I'm not saying go get plastic surgery and get lip injections and get bigger breasts and put all type of ridiculousness into your behind and make it huge. Ladies, I don't want you to do that. I don't think you should do that. I think everybody's beautiful how they are. You know what I'm saying? But I do know there's certain things that you can naturally just do to make yourself feel better. Like I said, I was working out and I feel like I'm putting a little weight on. I feel cool. Like I feel a little bit better about my body. I'm cool with taking my shirt off a little bit. I still got the little gut. I'm working on it. I got to get my chest all the way right. But I got goals. I'm working towards it. I'm getting one step closer. I'm not saying go out there and start just messing with yourself, like messing with your face and your body, literally, you know, like putting all type of injections in it. Please do not do that. That's not what I'm saying. But if that is something that makes you feel better and that's what you want to do, I can't knock you. I know, like, one thing for me is like I do music too. You know, I do YouTube, but I do music and I have a job. I try to do all three, but my main thing I love to do is music. And my biggest thing is I never get to where I want to with the music. I feel like I don't know how to promote it good enough, or I don't know how to get my name out there and get myself out there. But sometimes you just got to try different things. Like what I was saying about the music. I'm like, yeah, it's never going to go nowhere. But that's because I always just put a song out and I don't promote it. I dropped the song on Facebook thinking people in my city going to listen. They're not. They don't care. They know you from school. They like, yeah, that's Mar, whatever. Try something new. Why don't you go perform? Why don't you go out of town and promote? Why don't you try to do songs with other artists and get your name out there? It's other ways you got to try it. If you're not getting the job that you've been hoping you would get, and you keep sending your application in with your resume online, you doing it online, it ain't working, why don't you try something new? Why don't you mail it in this time? If mailing it in don't work and nobody gets back to you, why don't you go to the building with your application in hand, with your resume, like, hey, how you doing? I want to take a risk today. You take a risk. Hey, how you doing? I'm here to apply for the job. Do you have any positions open? Somebody might look at you and say, yo, I like this dude's dedication. Try again. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Try a different routine. Step number 4 on this list is very important. This is a very important one. You gotta surround yourself with good people and positive people. You know, sometimes the company you keep puts you down, you know, and they don't even notice it. People who just be hating on you, they be jealous low key. They be like, yeah, you ain't never gonna get that job. I wouldn't even apply for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even, Why you rapping? You know you ain't never gonna make it, dog. Don't even worry about that. Why you doing YouTube? I got people when I tell people sometimes like, yo, I do YouTube on the side. They don't even take it serious. They won't even give it a second thought. Like, yeah, that's cool. You know, what you doing? Your little videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't take it serious. Those aren't the type of people you need around you. Get those toxic people out of your life. People who use your insecurities to their advantage. People will take advantage of you with that. They'll put you down and make you feel like you ain't worth what you truly are, just so they can keep you where they want you. Because they scared of your potential. They see what you could potentially be, but they don't want you to get there because they don't know how to get to where they trying to go. So they want everybody to be with them right here, sitting in the same city. I'm here to tell you, get them people out of your life. You don't need them around you. Them is not your friends. Those are not your homies. That's not your girlfriend. That's not your boyfriend. That's not your husband. even if they are, that's not what they are today, because it's time to get rid of them, because they putting you down, you know? And then that's just the realness of it. That's the realest thing I can tell you. You got to get rid of those people, and you got to pay close attention to what people say too, because some people, they real smooth with it. They seem like they got your best intentions, but they really don't. They really hating on you. They really don't. They don't want to see you better yourself. They always trying to keep you down and hold you back. Listen, if they not holding you down, they holding you backwards. So get rid of those people. Step number 5 that I have on this list is to stop comparing yourself to others. I know sometimes it's hard when you might see somebody else who do the same thing as you, but it might be going a little bit better for them at the moment. Or you might see somebody who they look the way you wish you looked. Like, you got to stop comparing yourself to other people. You know, you got to understand, first of all, you're beautiful in your own way. If you're looking at somebody else's looks and getting jealous and that's putting you down, listen, you're beautiful in your own way. Everybody is beautiful in their own way. There's somebody for everybody. There's somebody who thinks you're perfect. They might not have met you yet. They didn't see you yet to tell you and show you. So you got to stop comparing yourself to other people. You're perfect the way you are. You got to stop comparing yourself to people who has more than you. Like, I know I see people who got they might be doing stuff that I do too, but it's like, yo, it seems like it's going better for them. Like, they got a little more money somehow. They got a little more. How he get that house already? Dang, he got his own apartment. Why his car look a little bit better than mine? Like, what am I doing wrong? Relax. You ain't doing nothing wrong. You are exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment. If you weren't, God would have you somewhere else. You would be in a whole nother place right now if that's where you were meant to be. But you're not. You're supposed to be where you are. And you can't judge your journey off of somebody else's. You can't base it off of that. You never know what he went through to get there. You never knew. Like, he might have took it the easy route and did something wrong. There's people out there with money, but they were selling drugs to get the car, to get the house, to get the girls, to get the jewelry, to get all that. They was selling drugs. They was doing things they shouldn't have been doing. You doing it the honest way. You're doing it right way. So it's going to take a little longer. That's not your journey. You ain't supposed to be out there in the streets. This is your journey. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Take your time with it. We're going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to get to where we supposed to be at the right moment. And when you get there, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be like, man, I'm good now. I don't even know what I was tripping about. Last step I got on this list is another important one. Let go of the past. Step number 6 is to let go of the past. I know that there's things that you probably went through in the past. You might have been in a relationship and it didn't work. You might have been married before, end up divorced. You might have been chasing your dreams and it didn't work the way you wanted. And you might have went up to a girl like, hey, how you doing? And tried to give her your best game. And she said, no, I'm good. Not my type. I'm not interested. And now you feeling discouraged and you insecure and you like, man, I'm never trying again. Let go of the past. You gotta let go of all that. That stuff is in the past. You gotta understand, at that moment in life, that wasn't for you. What's for you is for you. But sometimes in life, you go for it like you want to be a famous rapper. That's not for you. At that moment, right? At that moment, if you got that, you wouldn't be who you are right now. You wouldn't be. Like imagine right now, 2 years ago, if I had a YouTube channel and it blew up and I made money off of YouTube and I was making a lot of money and I was doing all of these things and I was traveling the world and stuff. Honestly, I was way more immature. 2 years ago, I would have been traveling the world. I would have been trying to sleep with every girl I possibly could. I would have been spending money on ridiculous stuff. I would have been buying Gucci belts, Louis belts. Oh man, I would have probably bought a Bentley. I would have did the most ridiculous things probably. Some of them things I might still do right now. I just don't have the money to do it. I don't know until I get it. But what I'm saying is, God already knows, like, yeah, that's not for you. I'm not giving him that right now. That'll destroy him. You know what I'm saying? That'll take him down a whole nother path. And then it's no getting him from there. So you can't let your past discourage you and have you feeling all insecure about stuff you went through before. You know, you got to let go of that stuff you went through in your childhood. Let go of all that. Let it go. Move on. It's easier said than done. But like I said, the first step is the most important. Once you get closer to God and you get a relationship with God, you'll learn there's no other way to get over it but sometimes through God. Literally, like, you got to get closer to God. You got to pray more. You got to get your spirit right. And then you can let go of that stuff. It's easier to let go of that stuff. You don't want to be tripping off that old stuff. You can forgive people. You be like, man, I forgive him. Like, I ain't even tripping off that. I'm over that. And then you go out and you're happy moving forward. You're more secure with yourself. You feel more positive. Like, man, I'm good. So sometimes you just got to let go of the past. Holding on to the past, that's held a lot of people back. There's some people right now still doing the same thing today that they was doing 20 years ago. And they wondering, why can't I move forward in life? And they still holding on to resentment for something in the past. They too scared to take certain risks because of something that happened in the past. You gotta let it go, man. At some point you gotta let it go, or time is gonna blow by, and then you're gonna find out, like, man, I didn't live my life because I was so worried about this and that. So those are the 6 steps I came up with for y'all and myself, for all of us who deal with insecurities. Those are just some things that I realized that if you apply those steps, it gets a little easier for you. You don't feel so insecure in the morning. You don't feel so bad about yourself. You know, if you get a relationship with God, like I said, that's the most important thing. You get a closer relationship with God, pray more. He'll start, you'll start learning how to be more positive. It'll just fall into place, But then it takes work too. You got to do the other steps. That's the work you got to put in. Sometimes you got to think positive. You got to force yourself to think positive. You got to speak it. You got to, even if you don't feel it sometimes, you got to speak it and force it. Like, yo, I'm good today. I look good. I feel good. I'm getting this job. I'm going into this interview. I'm positive. You ain't so insecure today. You good. It'll help you. Sometimes you gotta get rid of the people around you. Like, they no good for you. That's not for you. Sometimes you gotta make changes. You gotta try different things. Like, I've been doing the same thing. I'm not getting what I want, and now you discouraged. No, keep trying, but try it in different ways. It'll all work out. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You know what I'm saying? All of these things will help you if you put them all together. Trust me, it just all works out in the end, and you feel 1,000 times better. It helps me some days. I have to take 1 or 2 of these steps every now and then. Sometimes you gotta put 3 of them together. You gotta take this one, and this one, put them all together just to get over a situation. Whatever you gotta do, but it works. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all learn something. Hopefully I help somebody out there. They make y'all feel better today. Comment below if you got any other steps that I might have missed. Honestly, I know it helps to just have somebody to talk to sometimes. So if y'all want to talk, comment below. Ask me for my email or something. You can hit my IG. I'll put the link to my Instagram down here. Just DM me. My page is open. Hit me on Twitter. All of that stuff is in the description box. You can just hit me anywhere. Send me an email or something. I'll talk to you. I'll talk you through it because I deal with it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this helps somebody. I hope this bless somebody. And it's your boy NewEraMar. I'm out. Peace.